All right, hello. It is great to be coming to you guys live. Super, super excited. I hope you've been doing well. Welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is, what day is today? Today is November 10th. It is a Thursday, and I'm super excited to be coming to you and talking to you about why it's important to be a good voice actor. I know that seems kind of silly to just say, hey, why is it important? Of course we need to be good voice actors. But I think it's vital to talk about voice acting in general and the art of acting itself. And how in the voiceover industry, I really believe that we have we have amazing coaches out there. We have amazing places to learn, like A VO's Journey Elite Academy. But I started an advanced voice acting class because I really felt that there hasn't been, at least widespread, a real bridge between the acting world, right, like stage and film, and the voiceover world as a whole. You have, people who do work in big time actors who do voiceover work in LA and things like that in New York for big movies and things like that. But for the majority of us, there isn't really much out there that takes acting, the history of acting, the theory of acting, going back to Greek theater and choruses, and to turn of the century legendary acting coaches and theories and things like this, and bridges that gap. Improvisation, the different styles of acting, whether it's method acting, whether it's commedia dell'arte, all these different things that go into performance. As you learn as an actor, there isn't that kind of bridge, right? I don't think I have my light on. Well, I did have my light on. I didn't have this light on. That goes to show you. There we go. That's a little bit better, right? And by the way, on a side note today, which is ridiculous, I know, but I'm in... I don't know. So I've got a new... I know I totally went off script here, but I got a new... My new setup has not been working well, my streaming setup, just because I went away from this other program, and the new program just does not seem to work very well. I don't even know where my I can't see anybody what they're saying. So that's an issue. So I know you've been I'm sure you've been saying hello, posting something, whether it's your name and where you've been. But that's an issue for me because I can't necessarily see what you're saying. So maybe if I actually go here, I don't know. Oh. So like for me, if I can maybe see if you've said something, I'm not sure if you've actually chatted or anything or put anything in the chat. But if you have, go ahead and put something in the chat. And say your name, where you're from. maybe I can see you on the other side and to say hello. So I do apologize about that. But anyways, getting back to acting and what I was talking about, being a good voice actor, I think, speaks a lot to working on acting itself. Oh, there we go. Sherry, hey Sherry, good to see you. Yeah, I don't know, but this thing, I've got to maybe go back to restream, but it is what it is. But anyways, learning about the craft, the art, the history of theater. I really love the theater, and of course I love movies and TVs as well. But I love the theater because it's live, it's on the spot. And a lot of what we do in all of what we do in voice acting is live and on the spot. Now, of course, in theater, you get to, unless you're doing improvisation, right, you get to rehearse and practice. But I think in the theater itself, though, the idea, though, is when you perform, you are live for an audience. So if you make a mistake, you've got to keep going. And that's what I love about the theater itself and the stage. There's nothing like being in front of an audience. And I think as voice actors, we lose a lot of that energy, feedback, because we're alone, we're by ourselves. So working and learning about acting and the history and practicing, like we were doing improvisation last night in our voice acting class, and it was a blast. We had so much fun. These types of things can really help you grow as a voice actor, and it turns you into a performer that has a lot more to offer. So like in the theater, we call people like a triple threat. I mean, it's a basketball term, right? But in the theater, it's someone who can sing, act, and dance. And then, of course, if you could play an instrument, that's even better, right? Like there's all of these different things that you bring to the table that makes you more marketable. And they're all performance based. And as I think voice actors, it's the same thing. I mean, the more that we can offer, the more different styles and types of voiceovers we can do, the more we have to offer. Yes, there is a wonderful thing about, being a niche actor, doing one thing very well. That's what, absolutely, I totally agree with that. That's a good thing. But I think in the general overall reality of it is that very few people make one thing the only thing that they do as an actor, right? I mean, we as actors, we do a multitude of things in order to make, money. And also it's fun. I mean, the point about this, right, is being able to do multiple types of voiceovers, performances, and it's a blast, right? It's a blast. It's fun. So I think what I'm trying to point out to you is whether you're with a group or community, if you're not, get with one so you can start working on your voice acting. And really get with a place who is diving into the craft, the art of acting itself, not just voice acting. And why is that important? Because I think, voice acting, because it is so quick and because it is right on the spot, there's not a lot of, I think there's not a lot being taught on more in-depth analysis of performance itself, because we're given a script, we've got to go right away, and that's kind of our lives as voice actors. However, to get a script and to perform right away, you need to have context in your life and training in order to be able to draw from, to do that on the spot, to improvise on the spot. I always say in voice acting, improvisation is not just making up words. It means more than that. Again, I think the difference between, why acting and voice acting, those two worlds still butt heads and don't always collide together, right, is because of that constant, I've got to go, I've got to perform right now. I don't have time to, do an internal analysis about how I feel about something, and then how do I bring that out, right, through maybe external stimulus and all these things, right, that we as actors train on for years. But I think bridging that gap and bringing it together allows you to perform at a much higher level a lot quicker, because you can bring that context, you can bring that training to your voiceover work, where other people really are just drawing from whatever they can come up with right then and there, as opposed to you having training over time. So that's what I'm doing in the academy right now, is starting to work on that, giving people that training that most voice actors never get, right, which is acting training, going through actual acting classes. And then we translate it over to voiceover. So that's another challenge too, I think, that we've had as voice actors, is how do you translate acting to voice acting, right? Because, we're on a stage, we're live as actors, and voiceover, we're in a room by ourselves, a closet, alone in front of a microphone. So much of what we do as actors it feels like it doesn't necessarily translate because it's not live. Or even recorded, even TV or movies, and the physicality. But if you think about it, we are very physical. as actors. It's important to be physical. Like, I'm being physical now, even though I'm sitting down, whether I'm standing up or sitting down, we still are physical. And we still have to bring out that physicality in our words and our voice. All of these things, the voice, acting coaches, right? From Stanislavski to Meisner to Adler, to Hagen, to all these different coaches out there, they trained in theater, not voiceover. But again, what they've taught translates, and that's what I've been working on too, is trying to take the acting world and translate these things into more applicable voiceover type lessons and things like that. But I still think it's vital to train this way. So anyways, I just wanted to chat with you guys today, see what your thoughts were, what you had, if you had any opinions about anything or thoughts. I know we got, and I can't even see, so all I can see is I can see Sherry from Kansas City. So listen, I think, so I apologize if you said something or you watched the show and I'm not seeing you. I do apologize about that, but I wanted to just point out today how important it is to really get with a group, a place to train in voiceover. All right. I mean, in voice acting. Okay. Yes, it's good. Like at the academy, we have all the technical stuff. We've got marketing, we've got a variety of content. But I think the acting itself, I'm noticing that, the better of an actor you are, you really do have a lot more doors open for you. Okay. And you work faster. I mean, there's so much you can do with the more training. So thank you guys so much for listening this morning. I appreciate it. We'll keep this short and sweet. Again, I apologize. I think I gotta rethink my inks, maybe go back to restream so we don't have any of these issues again. But thank you guys so much. You have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon.